Hey Trey, what was the mood yesterday, and what's the mood right now of the team, and what was the mood on the flight?
I think we're excited about the opportunity. We got another game today. Put the last two behind us, and try to get back on the right track. So we know we're in a hole. We know the situation, but I think we're excited for it. We're ready for it, and we're ready to compete and have some fun.
Next question.
Trey, over on the wall. Everyone talks about not trying to do too much and just doing their own job. Is that a conversation you guys have at this point? Like, hey, let's just stay within ourselves? Or is that this kind of something at this point everyone knows has to happen?
A little bit of both. I mean, we've talked about it before the series even started. It's easy to kind of talk about it, and then it's a different thing to actually do it in the game, I think, too, it just depends if you win or lose, really. I mean, if we win those two games by one run, I don't think we're talking about half the things we're talking about. So, like I said before the series started, nothing matters other than winning and losing, and that still holds true. So, you got to find ways, even on your worst day or when you don't feel your best, to compete, add value, and make plays. And I think we got a lineup of those guys. So, got to find a way to win this one.
Can we go back to Marcus on the left?
Two parts. First, can you talk about how your approach as a hitter and fielder this year is different from maybe what it was at the beginning of last season? And can you also talk about, you've had several managers, can you talk about what makes, in your eyes, Rob Thompson valuable to a team that's like this?
I think, I guess I'll answer the Rob one first, but I think he's so even-keeled, which is hard to do in this game, especially when expectations are so high. He never gets too high or too low, and I think that's really good from a leader standpoint. I think also, too, he does a good job of old school, new school, where he does some of the analytics, but he also has that old school feel to him. And I think sometimes certain managers get one way or the other, and that's kind of their whole identity. I feel like he's got a lot of qualities that pertain to both sides, so I think that benefits him, benefits us, helps the newer players coming up, and helps the older guys that we have kind of blend together. So I think he does a good job of that. And then the first question. Defensively, I just feel really consistent. I feel like my first move's so much better. Put myself in a good position to catch the baseball, and then once I'm in that good position, the throw becomes much easier. So I feel like my transfers have been better because of it, and all the things that we talked about in spring training, talked with Bobby for the last few years, feels like coming to fruition, and feel like I've done it for a long period of time now, where I know I can do that day in and day out and contribute there. And then as far as hitting goes, I think I always felt like hitting one or two with Bryce Harper, Kyle Schwarber, Freddie Freeman, all these guys behind me that I've had in my career, Rendon, and all these people, I was always ready to hit. I always felt like I was going to be the one, getting attacked. And I feel like the game's just changed where they want chase, they want strikeouts, they don't care if they walk you. And I think that's something I had to accept a little bit more. And every situation is different matchups are different, and that's always changing. But I feel like this year I did a better job of just taking my at-bat, seeing the pitches, and not necessarily thinking too much behind me, more so just kind of staying in my at-bat. And I think that helped me a little bit with the walks and just having better quality at-bats.
In front here, Matt.
Hey, Trey. When you guys have two tough games like those first two, can a change of scenery help coming out here? Does that matter at all, or do you?
I hope so. I don't think it matters. I think like I said, you got to play good quality baseball this time of year. It doesn't matter who you're playing. All these teams in the postseason are here for a reason. Obviously, this one's over here. Dodgers are really, really good, and I don't feel like we've beat ourselves, but we just haven't done enough to win the games. So I think that's what it comes down to is just executing, and we haven't done a good job of that. You always want home field advantage. We always feel like we play better there. The record proves that. So. Do we want to be at home? Yes, but as far as being on the road, it's the same game, and the same things still apply. So you got to execute, you got to win pitches and make plays and do all the things to get that win.
Okay, going to go here in the front.
Rob talked about being patient, passing the baton and all that right now. Is it tough to balance that aggressiveness with patience, and how do you approach that?
Yeah, I think we've done a decent job of that. I feel like we've had quite a few walks in both games. I don't know the exact numbers. We just haven't gotten those big hits with runners in scoring position. So we've gotten the traffic out there. We've had plenty of situations to kind of, the first game I had in a bat where we could broke it open. And then, last game when it was tied, we had a few opportunities. And I think it's just that balance of, you're playing baseball, you're playing the same game. If the pitch is there, you got to be ready to hit. If not, you got to be willing to take and kind of pass the baton, like you just said. And I think we're having good quality at bats. We just got to get that momentum and get those big hits. And I think the homer always helps too. There hasn't been a lot of them in the series so far, and that's good from our pitching side. But we need to slug a little bit more as well.
Anything else for Trey? Gonna go back over here to Paul on the right.
Trey, you've tested the hamstring a little bit in these first two games, busting on the line in game 1, stolen base game 2. 1, how's that feeling, 100%? And 2, have you talked to Harrison all about what he's going through or how to deal with kind of trying to play through that right now?
Yeah, I think we're all playing through stuff at different times. I feel, as far as my hamstring goes, it feels good. I feel like it's behind me and feel like I'm ready to play. I didn't really think about it too much. When I stole that base yesterday, I was like, oh yeah, I forgot I was hurt, which is a good thing. So I think I'm past it. But yeah, me and Harrison talked a little bit, and it's just that balance of, am I good enough to help the team win? And I think he's kind of going through that, and I think the rest and the off days has helped him a little bit. I don't know if he's playing today or not, but we all want to play. We all want to, battle through injuries and contribute. And I think it's up to him and the training staff and Rob to kind of decide, where he's at. But from talking to him, seems like he's pretty excited. It sounds like it's getting better, and hopefully he's ready to go today, if not soon, and get him back out there because he's been really big for us.
Okay, we good? Thanks, Trey. Phillies manager Rob.